Case study: Tracing an Adopted Sister, Antigua and Barbuda. Client background: a client from Canada approached Bond Rees to help trace their adopted sister, whom they had never met. The client had recently learned of the adoption through family records and discovered that their biological sister had been adopted by a family in Antigua and Barbuda over 30 years ago. With little information beyond the sister's birth name and the adoption details, the client wanted to find her in the hopes of reconnecting after decades apart. They entrusted Bond Rees with this deeply personal and sensitive task. The investigation. The first step in the investigation involved gathering all the information the client could provide, including birth records, adoption papers, and any possible details about the adoptive family. Given the limited information, Bond Rees started by contacting adoption agencies and public records offices in Antigua and Barbuda to trace the official adoption documentation. Public records and local research. Using the adoption records, Bond Rees tracked down the adoptive family's last known residence. While they had moved several times over the years, our team uncovered property records that led us to a recent address in St. John's, the capital of Antigua. Our investigators also conducted inquiries with local residents, gathering information that helped us piece together the adoptive family's movements over the years. We discovered that the adopted sister, now in her mid-30s, had changed her name after the adoption, which added complexity to the case. However, with the assistance of our local contacts, we found a trail of educational records and employment history that ultimately led us to her current place of residence. Digital and social media tracing. In addition to on-the-ground research, Bond Rees's digital forensics team conducted an in-depth search of online databases and social media platforms. By carefully analyzing social media profiles and online networks, we were able to locate a woman in Antigua whose details matched the sister's current name and background. The social media profile provided us with important personal information, including her career and family status, confirming her identity as the long-lost sister. Approaching with sensitivity. Given the sensitive nature of the case, Bond Rees approached the sister cautiously and respectfully. Our team reached out on behalf of the client, explaining the situation and confirming the sister's willingness to reconnect. After an initial exchange, the sister expressed a deep interest in meeting her biological sibling, as she had been curious about her origins but had never taken steps to find her biological family. Outcome: Bond Rees facilitated a reunion between the client and their adopted sister, first through virtual communication, followed by plans for an in-person meeting in Antigua. The client was overjoyed to finally meet their sister after decades of separation, and both siblings expressed gratitude for Bond Rees's professionalism and discretion throughout the process. Why Bond Rees? This case demonstrated Bond Rees's ability to handle delicate and emotional cases such as family tracing with the utmost care. Our combination of local expertise, digital tracing techniques, and a sensitive approach ensures that long-lost family members are reunited in a respectful and considerate manner. Whether the search is across international borders or within local communities, Bond Rees delivers successful outcomes that help families reconnect.